10 reasons why Jeff Bezos won't become a trillionaire anytime soon. Jeff Bezos is getting richer every year. He currently has a net worth of an estimated $182.2 billion. By 2026, his net worth is estimated to reach a whopping $1 trillion. Many experts predict that Jeff Bezos will become the world's first trillionaire, as his wealth has been increasing at a yearly rate of 34% over the past 5 years. The real question is whether this trend is likely to continue into the next 5 years, or is it just a hoax? What is going on, guys? Welcome to the Money Bracket. In today's video, we are going to look at the 10 reasons that are keeping Jeff Bezos away from becoming the world's first trillionaire. Reason number 1. Bezos had weathered through quite a few storms in his humble days of building Amazon, but then he had to go through this unfortunate divorce with his now ex-wife Mackenzie, which ended with her getting roughly $38 billion of his Amazon stake as part of his 2019 divorce settlement. Although it did not kick Bezos off the number 1 spot, it sure did have quite an impact on his net worth. Roughly 4% of his net worth was lost in the process. To put into perspective, his then ex-wife easily squeezed into number 3 on the top richest females in the world following their settlement. Yes, that's a ton of money. Let us know in the comments what would you do with all that cash. By the way, did you know that the red button you see down below is actually a Make Me a Trillionaire button? You should try clicking on it. Reason number 2. In 2018, we saw CNBC's Robert Frank note that Amazon would have to reach a share price of more than $12,600 per share for Bezos to achieve trillionaire status. Now, that's quite a large leap. Amazon would have to reach the business's net worth that is closely tied to his shares of stock. This specific projection was way before Amazon shares shrunk in value due to Bezos' divorce and various other reasons. Bezos' current Amazon stake equals about 11% of the entire company. Thus, Amazon would have to reach a market value of nearly $11 trillion by 2026 in order to make its founder a trillionaire. Although Robert Frank in his projections did note that it may seem implausible or far-fetched that Amazon could reach such heights, even if they would one day, it would take a much longer time than most of us anticipate. Reason number 3. There has been a ton of backlash online from people who are offended at the idea that Bezos' wealth continues to rise even as the economy suffers and tens of millions of people keep losing their jobs due to the crisis the world is facing right now. Quite a large magnitude of people are not in favor of Bezos' climbing the trillionaire ladder. Many critics took to Twitter to voice their displeasure at the fact that Bezos' wealth could continue to grow exponentially while so many others suffer. In fact, Elizabeth Warren on one of her tweets stated that, while Jeff Bezos is on track to become the world's first trillionaire in the middle of a pandemic, Amazon is ending overtime pay for warehouse and delivery workers on the front lines. This is immoral. Such criticism over the company would have a negative impact on the company's reputation and its growth in general, thus expanding the time frame for Jeff Bezos to turn trillionaire. Reason number 4. The Amazon Web Services or AWS Vice President Tim Bray resigned over the whistleblower firing that took place in Amazon earlier this month. Amazon decided to fire workers who openly criticized the company's late practices. Amazon's warehouse workers have expressed frustration over the company's handling of the coronavirus threat at their workplace. Once again, a loss in the company's reputation that will adversely affect its net worth, which is in direct proportion to its CEO's net worth. Reason number 5. As we mentioned earlier in the beginning of the video, Jeff's net worth over the past 5 years has steadily accelerated annually at a massive 34%. But it's currently far from guaranteed that he will continue to enjoy a 34% or even higher rate of increase in his net worth in the unknown future. Bezos possibly may not become a trillionaire by 2026, but the fact that his current growth has placed him on that trajectory helps to highlight just how rapidly he has managed to accumulate wealth over the past 5 years. Reason number 6. The company is facing growing criticism of its treatment of workers during the pandemic, like to increase the $2 hourly wage for warehouse employees. Workers have staged multiple protests over working conditions in recent weeks as the number of COVID-19 cases have surged among warehouse employees, according to a Reddit tally in Amazon Insider. Lawmakers and regulators are also putting a closer eye on the company. Officials in New York City and the National Labor Relations Board are both looking into Amazon's firing of whistleblowers, while Democratic lawmakers recently called for a federal investigation into warehouse conditions. Such matters implicit a bad reputation on the company. Now, this matter involvement could bend him down and take a hit on his net worth, which now stands at around $144 billion. Reason number 7. So, we have a viral projection about Bezos' wealth that is prepared by a company named Comparison. The projection is about the methodology for its startling claim. It calculated each billionaire's average growth in their net worth over the last 5 years and projected how much they would increase if they continued to grow at that rate. If Amazon has another 5 years like its last 5 years, then Jeff Bezos, Comparison claims, would be the world's first trillionaire in 2026. But that projection makes a lot of assumptions. The American economy has been on a decade-long trajectory of strong growth that won't replicate easily. Past performance isn't indicative of future performance, and they said mature companies don't typically grow at the same rate, but the younger companies actually do. Reason 8. It is very likely to see a pullback in Amazon stock after the pandemic, so it's not realistic to expect this growth rate for another 6 years. To put this in perspective, Amazon would have to be an $8 to $8.5 trillion company for Jeff to reach the $1 trillion mark, and that's very unlikely within the next 6 years, especially with them selling billions of dollars worth of stock every year. Most of Amazon's growth is already done. It has almost reached its climax, and in fact, Amazon stock stagnated at $1,800 to $2,000 per share for about a year and a half. Reason number 9. Jeff Bezos is investing this money into Blue Origin, which does have exponential growth prospects. However, the main bottle cap in this sector is the growth of the space marketplace. In 20 to 30 years, he could grow this into a multiple trillion-dollar company, but within the next 10 years, Blue Origin is unlikely to really grow its net worth significantly simply because the space marketplace just won't be ready in that time frame, at least not in the trillion-dollar range. Blue Origin may, however, become a few $100 billion company by then, giving Jeff Bezos another $100 to $200 billion. But again, Amazon would have to account for about $800 to $900 billion of Jeff's wealth. So if we input a more realistic growth rate of 20% for Jeff's net worth, it would take him about 9 or more years to reach that $1 trillion mark, or it will be possible after 2030. Reason 10. Bezos isn't alone. Billionaire founders of companies that are on hot streaks have seen their net worths skyrocket as the stock market boomed over the last decade, even for those who pledged to begin giving away all their money in their lifetimes. The rich also often get richer, in general because they have better access to unique investment opportunities that the average American does not, further insulating them from economic downturns. There aren't many billionaires, but the main competition is between Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. Elon Musk has a much better shot at reaching the 20 mark within this decade, as his companies are still in the exponential growth phase, unlike Amazon. Similar to Jeff Bezos, most of Elon's wealth growth over the next decade will likely come from Tesla as opposed to SpaceX, due to limiting factors in the space market. He would roughly grow his position from 19% to 25% ownership of Tesla, and that's assuming he gets no more stock after $650 billion, the respective milestone for how much profit Tesla could be making in the next 10 years if Tesla is able to grow into a high-volume electric car maker, would itself give Elon Musk a leap of hundreds of billions of dollars over Bezos. We would love to hear your take on our video. What do you think? Will Jeff Bezos hit the trillionaire mark anytime soon in this decade, or will he never even come close to achieving such status? Let us know in the comments down below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Until next time, take care.